Crimson Rose, and today's card is the Hanging One, or in the Rider-Waite deck, it's called the Hangman. Now, it is in reversal, so we'll be reading the reversal side of this card today. There is no... This is kind of an Alice in Wonderland card. If you look closely at it, you'll see the rabbit and the Chester cat in the cards and Alice. There isn't any dragon in this one, but if I was to do a joint reading, I would actually do the Alice in Wonderland Oracle cards to see that this is a clue on to do a reading with that deck. That is for a whole new ball game. Okay, now usually the Hangman has to do with perception and seeing through illusions, but this time it's reversed, so it more like has to do with not seeing things for what they are. So where you're refusing to surrender to something that you just can't beat, and you know that's just that kind of deprives you of many rewards. So let's get into it with the Hanged One. Look within yourself. You hold the power to do anything you please. The only question I have for you is, where will you invest your power? Perception. Within the bright wilderness, where strange and unearthly monsters dwell, we see a beautiful and sensual maiden. The swing upon which she sits and swings is unlike any other experience before. The swing is something real, something legit. Only those who are willing to change their point of view. The way they see things, or those who want to gain powerful and deeper sight, are allowed to swing on it. You see her happy and content while she swings on her swing. But little do you know that this maiden at one point in her life never saw things for what they really were. She only saw things that were convenient to her and never made something meaningful out of her life. But then she took it upon herself to start seeing the reality of things, to accept what she could and couldn't see. The maiden took a ride on that swing and changed her life around for the better. In a reversal, this card tells you that there's a time to surrender yourself to something that you can't beat. Refuse, however, to give up, even though you don't even seem to be getting anywhere. You are also declining to see things and people from a different point of view. So, for example, you're only seeing one side of things. Hello. You're only seeing like one side of a story, and you're not seeing both sides, and so your perception actually might not be where it needs to be. You might just be taking somebody else's side over somebody else because you don't know the full story. Okay, well, that is it for now. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow. Blessed be.